They
adding
come out.
Adding a TV element, you know.
Yeah, you got to, and the fans feel it. I mean, they get nervous and wound up, and the boys, right now they are. But once the ball goes up, coaches have game plans, and they'll go to work on them.
Well, we should be in for a good one tonight as Milford does control the tip, but Rebels get it right back. And going up to the rack, easy two that time for Jaden Desch. And just like that, the Rebels are up on top.
Oh, and that's a nice offensive tip right there by Coach Cornea to get it, and he's got his best player coming off that offside to get that catch.
Milford decides to bank in their own three. Taylor Dotson that time from Bryce Canyon City perimeter.
And that's those shots that you have to have fall if you're going to knock off number one.
And the ball's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay here with Rich. So right off the bat, not even 30 seconds in, and we've already got a score for both squads.
Hoffman just not able to quite corral that pass, but out of this box set, I'm curious to see how Milford wants to defend as they put one up off the ball there.
Lots of movement here off baseline.
So just going to work out of a 2-3 on that out of bounds.
Once again, it's going to be Desch moving. And cut didn't work that time. It's going to be stolen away by the Tigers. And here they come. It's Barnes. He throws it over. Finds Colton. Deep two, pump fake, down low. Shot no good that time by Sosi. Rebounds collected once again. That's Dotson. Jump ball, and it looks like it'll stay here with, oh no, they're going to switch it up.
Both teams coming out in a 2-3 zone. And that shook up Milford right there.
Yeah, it will stay here. Obviously because of the tip. It was tipped by Milford but controlled by Rich. So here comes their baseline out of bounds play. It's Sosi. It gets stolen away. Great job that time by Cornea. Dishes it off. There's Desch for a three-point attempt, and it's good from deep.
And that's what you talked about, that Rich wanted to see those shots fall. And yesterday he's just 1 for 4. Able to get a good quick start by going to the rim early, though.
Point of emphasis for the Rebels as the shot no good, but then the putback is that time by Sosi, and now he's on the board.
So tough coming from that left wing. Nice attack and then sticking with it. And Milford's now going to stretch out the defense there. They got rebalanced.
Desch passes down low to Muirbrook. Gives it back up top. Desch will take a deep three from up top. Front iron no good. Milford controls the rebound. And here they come.
Working up here is now Rich matching up in that 2-3. See how Milford's moved. Nice deflection.
And it's stolen by the Rebels. Here they come in transition. Over to Jaden. He pump fakes. He's going to take it up top. Pass it to Muirbrook. Cornea's got it. Lots of contact on the far wing. Nothing's called.
They reshift their zone and bring it back out of balance as the ball got hung up.
Lundgren passes long to Cornea. He gets it right back. Pump fake. He'll take a contested two-point jumper. Back iron no good. The rebound is then collected by Carter Hoffman, and he's fouled. It'll stay here with the Rebels.
One of the hard things of rebounding out of a zone, if you're not aware and don't create space and catch that guy, that'll happen to you and give up an offensive rebound.
And one thing that Rebels coach Holmes talked about in pregame is that they were going to focus on being in that zone as it's taken away by Milford in transition. Let's see if they can take the lead right here. Three-pointer from the wing, no good, but the putback is blocked and denied. Muirbrook is right there. And then a foul is called on the Tigers.
Sadler right there to do what he does and steal the ball. He leaned in and got his face checked just a touch, but he dove in and got that ball at stop transition. Rich is so tough moving at the basket, just able to get Sadler a little out of space to get that foul.
Yeah, right now, looking at the stats for the game, Jaden Desch leading all scorers with 5. All 5 Rich points coming from him. As for the Tigers, Dotson with 3 and Sosi with 2.
So let's see if someone else can get going for the Rebels right now. Desch
looking to overload that 2-3.
Passes it down low. There's Muirbrook. Back out. Nice three-point attempt is no good that time by Lundgren. It's controlled by Tigers. They move in transition. There's Barnes. Going right up against that Rebels defense. He's going to pass to his wide-open teammate. No good that time by Cheney. And it's going to be controlled by the Rebels. And they've got a wide-open Cornea in transition. He snuck back, and he gets his easy two.
And that's what Rich does. They run out. Once they see that the ball's going to be in their hands, they're gone.
Here comes the Tigers, slowing things down in the half court. There's Cheney. Passes over. Dotson. Up top, Barnes. Moving around. It's knocked out. And there it is. It's Lundgren. No one's in front of him. Takes it up. Right hand layup is good.
Nice job out of that 2-3, putting some good strong ball pressure on to be able to get that turned over up on the top of that.
So here come the Tigers, currently on the opposite end of a 4-0 streak. Here comes Barnes, a swivel move, Dirk Nowitzki type play. Can't get the bucket to go. And the Rebels control. They're moving once again, fast pace in transition. Cross court, 3-point attempt up in. It's good! Ridge Lundgren.
Coach Rose wants a timeout.
And we'll take it with him. This is Championship Basketball brought to you by SUU on TeamHive.live, KTTA 8.1, and KSLSports.com.
The Milford Medical Clinic would like to wish the Milford Tigers good luck in the 1A region and state basketball tournaments. Our providers and staff are here to help keep our community healthy and safe. We have clinics in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan. It's that time of year again where we're cheering on our hometown teams. The town of Randolph would like to wish the Rich Rebels good luck at the state tournament. Go Rebels!
Welcome back to state championship basketball here at the Sevier Valley Center. It's the Rich Rebels currently on a 7-0 run as we come out of a Zions Bank timeout. For banking designed to help you score more, Zions Bank is for you. So guys, it's Lundgren and Desch with 5 apiece, and so far it's only Sosi with 2, Dotson with 3 for the Tigers as they fall behind. Rebels are really finding their brand of basketball right now.
They're sprinting out, being able to kick the ball up, turning people over. Milford's got to figure out how they're going to get somebody back in there in transition, and then they've got to be able to take stronger care of the ball because Rich is going to go for it. They won't sit back and watch as they slip into a man now out of that 2-3.
And on that note, 3 turnovers for Milford right now compared to 2 for Rich.
So here comes Milford. Can they stop this run? That'll have to wait. In the meantime, it's a foul. Looks like it's going to be called that time on Jaden Cornea. That's his first.
Well, and that, with them switching into the man, Rich is very physical. And if the officials are going to call it, that helps Milford out because that has to back him off or put him back in that zone.
Drake Weston will sub in for the Rebels. Milford inbounds. Wide open layup that time is no good for Cheney, but he was fouled on the way up. He'll go to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for 2 attempts.
Tigers executing their baseline out of bounds very well and dropping Cheney down their ball side and able to get that catch, and that's where Muirbrook comes from behind.
Now this is where a lot of games have been won and lost this weekend. Let's see if Cheney can get one down to go. He can't.
First miss there for Cheney. First shot opportunity there at all for Cheney throughout the game. The sophomore who's averaging 6 points per game.
Second one is up, and it's good. And now he is on the board. 1 for 2 that time from the charity stripe. And now a little bit of a pressure here from Milford. And quick pass goes right through the hands. But then right over to Drake Weston as he just came into the game. It went right through Hoffman's hands, but landed in the other hands of Drake Weston.
Backside the 1-3-1, didn't drop down in, allowing that ball into place.
So now it's a 9-1 run by the Rebels. Here comes Milford. Can they get anything going in the half court? It's Barnes. He's going to take a 3 after the screen. It's right down the rack.
Nice screen by Cheney to get him open.
And Sadler Barnes now is on the board. That's his first bucket. Only a 2-possession game here. Desch thought about it. He's going to bring it back up top. Passes over, finds Lundgren. Cross court Weston. Desch, he'll take another left wing 3, back iron, no good. Fight for the rebound. And it'll stay here with Rich.
Had a different angle right there. Looked like it got knocked out of bounds. Milford going to have to hold again.
Well, the Rebels went on quite a run right there, but still only up 2 possessions.
Go box set. A lot of miscommunication on the baseline out of bounds for Rich. Let's go into the regular old screen across number 1. Isolate Muirbrook.
Over the top to Muirbrook. Nice left-hand bucket that time, and now he's on the board.
Desch came up and gave him a little screen right there that helped that drop step become a lot cleaner for Muirbrook.
Here comes Barnes. He just dropped a 3 on the other end. Hands it off. It's Colton Barnes, and it's picked off. Weston's got it. Oh, behind the back. Fakes out Barnes. Finds out Lundgren in the wing for 3. It's good! What a play that time by the Rebels.
Staying in control with that ball handle allows the skip to come open as Sadler put himself out of position.
And it's a double-digit lead now as they force Barnes to dish it off. Milford, they'll take their own 3. It'll rattle every part of the board, not go down. Missed that time by Colton Barnes.
Sosi able to save the deflection. He had his hands up coming down the floor, able to save it with a deflection, but there they go, secondary break.
And Muirbrook looks like he's in the layup line. He's up to 4 now in the quarter.
Nice job getting out in that secondary break and getting the trailer coming down through the lane.
Here comes Milford. Oh, a tough spin around jump, but he's going to pass it down low. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to stay here with the Rebels. Let's do some Fab Rats trivia right now. Dustin, why don't you take us away with our question of the game?
Do we know which one it is?
Let's do this one right now.
Who is the cameraman for the Fab Rats? If you can send an email to uhsslive@gmail.com. Who's the cameraman? The latest one.
The cameraman can.
Nice job stopping the penetration right there.
And here is Milford now on their own side, trying to get anything going right now in the offense. They've been stalled the last few minutes. Here's Sosi, gets a screen, double screen, goes up. He's fouled on the attempt. No good, but it looks like he'll go to the free throw line for 3.
As he came off that weak screen, Desch went through it, and he came sideways. Sosi identifying that, knowing he was lunging at him, and able to set himself up to get those 3 free throws.
So now it will be Kilo Sosi at the line for, I believe, 3 attempts. First one is up and no good.
Yeah, right now, Milford only shooting 1 for 3 from the line, looking to improve that right now, but in the late stages of this first quarter, if you're a Milford fan, you'd hope they'd be doing a little bit better.
Well, one thing about this Milford team is they're very young. 2 seniors on the team, and Dodson is the one that plays the most for them, but they've just gotten better and better all year long.
And now it culminates in this second-round matchup here with the Rich Rebels. And Sosi trying to go 1 for 3 from the line. Can't. Rattles out. And Rich controls on the rebound. Here's Lundgren. Moving fast. Spread out.
Milford used a jamming technique right there to slow the transition as they jammed up on the ball.
Lundgren trying to put some moves up top. Instead, he hands it off to Desch, who takes it down low, but the ball is stripped, and they're going to call a foul. A little bit of a reaching right there.
Sadler generally, with the 6 steals that he got yesterday, like Aiden talked about, and that he gets 5.5 a game, so that's what he gets. He's very good with his hands, but these Rebels are going so hard at the ball and with the ball that he's got caught reaching twice.
Baseline box formation. Beautiful break that time. And goes up and down. Bucket no good. But then a rebound by Desch. Back out to Lundgren. He'll take a college 3, and it goes down.
He cleared out, and that's what dropped Perry to start that action. Nice job getting the movement to get free.
Ridge Lundgren now with 3 3-pointers here in the first quarter. Here comes Sosi. Out to Barnes, no good. And it's controlled by the Rebels. Here comes Desch. Finds Weston. Reverse layups good. Drake Weston now with 4 in the quarter, and the Rebels are running away.
Transition is their game, and it has got them going.
Jordy Barnes trying to find anything going. Shot clock turned off. Here's Sosi left wing. Ball movement going around. But the ball is slapped out of bounds by Desch.
Worked a 1-4 high into a block. Sadler set it up to try to get Barnes across, but defended very well by Rich.
And it looks like Daniel Smith will now be checking in for Jaden Desch, who dropped an early 5 here in the first quarter.
Give him a little extended break.
8.2 left here in the opening period. Sideline inbounds pass. Sosi still looking. Finds Barnes. Down across. Spin move. Jump shot. No good that time by Dotson. It's controlled by Rich. 1 second left. Weston sees it. It's a deep 3, and it banks off the front iron. No good, and that'll do it here for the first quarter. It's the Rich Rebels 26 and the Milford Tigers 9. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by the Bryce Canyon Half Marathon on KSLSports.com.
Are you tired of winter and ready to ride? We invite you to the Bryce Canyon Mule Days. Join us in Tropic, Utah the first week in May for guided mule rides, vendors, food, and fun, featuring arena events including ranch sorting. Then Friday night, a live concert featuring Bran Hill. And the premier Chrome in the Canyon Mule Sale on Saturday. Learn more at BryceCanyonMuleDays.com, and we will see you there. You like car shows? Well, let's supersize it as trucks from all over come for you to enjoy at the Penguin City Truck Show. It's a family fun event on the 4th of July weekend. Friday night is the light show on Penguin Main Street from 8 to 10:30 p.m. Saturday, the show will be at the Penguin City Park from 10 to 4. Truck registration is $75. We support all truck drivers that make our communities better, so why not show off their trucks? We wish all teams success.
Welcome back to state championship basketball here at the Sevier Valley Center. It's Milford Tigers trailing 26-9 to the 1-seed Rich Rebels. As we get started here, I want to give a shout out to the man who helps us out here is Gary McKee, founder of My Sports Guys, which was the first broadcast of the state tournament all the way back in 2008. I want to give a quick shout out to Gary. So coming into the second quarter, it's Rich that has a 7-3 advantage in rebounding. And talking to Coach Holmes pregame, he said rebounding is our bread and butter, Aiden.
Yeah, 7-3 rebounding advantage, and Rich just doing an excellent job crashing the boards off these Milford misses and then doing an excellent job, like Dustin pointed out, running that break.
Sosi cuts right, can't get the bucket to go. He only has 2 right now in the game. It hits the back of Barnes, but then there's Cornier. He's back in the game, and there he gets his 2.
You watch the sideline break as they run their lanes wide and disciplined, and that's what allows a mistake turn into another easy basket because the whole team's running.
A lot of times in defensive transition, you're looking for your man instead of defending the court. Looks like Milford's found that struggle as it gets taken away again. Here comes Weston wide open. Layup is good.
Offensive goaltending by Desch.
That's right. He grabbed that rim a little bit there. Was a little too hesitant.
Weston's second steal of the game coming right there, sparking that fast break.
Really a lot of speed right there.
Coach Ashley Brown coached these Rebels for lots of years. He's he's watching smiling, I'm sure, because they look like his regular Rebels right there.
And it gets picked by off of Cheney. Rebels got it, and it looks like it's going to be a reach-in on Carson.
That's another way to slow down a break is get the whistle to blow.
Yeah, in the opening minute of this second quarter, 2 turnovers already for Milford, bringing them to 7 on the game compared to only 2 for Rich.
So now the Rebels will slow things down in their half court. Jaden Desch back in the game. He hands it off to Lundgren.
Milford going to try a man defense.
He's going to cross over, take a step back 3, and knocks it down. He is on fire right now. That's his 4th 3 of the game.
14 points.
Feeling good.
And then it's taken away by Lundgren. It's a 3-on-2 opportunity. Far pass. Desch. Weston. Oh, no good.
Nice
and
job
here comes
by
Milford.
Dotson getting back and stopping that.
Off the foot of the ref. Back on top. Then Milford steals it right back.
Sosi diving in that passing lane as Dotson back again and stopping that transition. Nice hustle by Dotson.
Sosi looking to get anything going. Finds Barnes in the corner. Dishes it down to Cheney. He goes up and he'll be fouled. Looks like he'll go to the charity stripe for 2.
Like to see Cheney when he gets that catch and have a little bit more of a feel of where the defense is at, as he had to use an extra pump fake to realize the defense wasn't on him like as they have been.
So the foul will be on Ridge Lundgren, and it looks like they're going to take a timeout right now. We'll take it with them. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Zions Bank on KSLSports.com.
Imagine a cool winter sunrise with the sound of skates gliding across smooth ice, adding to the soundtrack of winter in Bryce. With the unveiling of the Bryce Canyon Ice Ribbon. The Ice Ribbon offers a meandering path with music echoing through the pines. Ruby's Inn provides crowd-pleasing activities that include ice skating, snowshoeing, and cross-country skiing, with equipment rentals on site. Book now at rubysinn.com. Smithfield Farms is headquartered in Milford, Utah, with operations throughout southern Utah. We produce good food responsibly. Smithfield Farms, proud to support the Milford Tigers.
Utah Independent Bank, locally owned with branches to serve you in Beaver, Salina, Monroe, and Milford. Our loan officers and staff are ready to serve you for all your banking needs. Bank with people you know and trust. Get custom banking with custom ideas and custom solutions at Utah Independent Bank.
Welcome back to State Championship Basketball here at the Sevier Valley Center. Nate Thatcher alongside Dustin Shakespeare and Aiden Morrison. Aiden, we've seen a lot of turnovers, but more importantly, a lot of steals that are forced by Rich.
Yeah, Rich right now leading the game with 7 steals as a team. Top stealers from there, Drake Weston, Ridge Lundgren playing the role of that thief very well. But then on the other side for Milford, Taylor Dotson has 2, and Carson Cheney has 1. Sadler Barnes has been held pretty quiet. He's drawn 2 early fouls for the Tigers.
So here is Cheney at the line for 2. First one is up and good. from the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line. Only his second point of the game.
Yeah, shooting 2 of 3 right now from the line.
Well, if we're going to need to look to see if they can get him some more catches down there in the mid-post, they will draw that foul.
Carson now 3 for 4 after that 2 for 2 attempt. Here comes Cornier, passes over to Weston. Looking for Muirbrook, but instead he'll give it out to Desch. Right by the logo. Back to Weston. Fakes left, goes mid-range jumper, hits back iron, long rebound, goes out to Barnes, gives it back to Sosi. Sosi's going right. Picked off from behind by Weston, but he controls it. Baseline pass down low. Beautiful layup that time. That gets to go down for Colton Barnes.
Nice job by Dodson to get down and draw the attention of the defense on the help side to where Barnes could be open on that backside.
Here comes Desch. Gets a screen from Muirbrook out to Weston. Again goes right at the free throw. Back out to Cornea. Pass out to Desch. Pump fake. He'll go right now. And passes are all around for a wide open Weston three. No good off front iron. Here comes Sosi. He's in the open court. Back over Muirbrook. Puts a backhand layup in to go.
It's a tough finish right there as he got jumped by Muirbrook and he changed direction just like you want to do. But no, the help didn't come and finish stopping him. Great finish by Sosi.
Sosi had 15 in their last win, only 4 in this first half. Here's Desch. Dishing down low. Muirbrook. One-on-one. He got it.
Lifted the defense just enough off of Muirbrook to be able to make that dump.
Muirbrook up to 6 this game.
Here comes Barnes. Passes out to Cheney. Tried to get it cross court Sosi. Finally corrals it. Here comes Cheney. Now he's doubled with this zone. Out to Barnes. Back to Cheney. Tries to get out Sosi. A lot of movement as Sadler Barnes hits a running 2. Can't get it to fall down.
They went into a chaser. I couldn't identify if it was a triangle or if it was just a 3 flat and a 1 on top.
Cornier was running baseline, toss it back out. Here's Lundgren, top of the key. There's another 3. Unbelievable shooting night. It's 5.5 now.
He has freed it up.
Lundgren 2 threes this quarter right now.
Chasing Sadler and they've dropped 3 down, so it's a flat diamond and 1 defense that they're running right there.
And Sadler just lost control right there. Mind over matter as the ball just goes right out of bounds.
That's what when you get chasing somebody, a lot of times it can take them out of being able to think to the next piece and make them more uncomfortable.
A 21-point lead right now for the Rebels. Lundgren, he's been on fire right now. Tosses it down low. It's Hoffman. Hoffman can't get the layup to go. Rebound goes to Cheney.
Nice little block-to-block action to get him open for that.
Here's Barnes in transition. He'll pull up. Deep 2, no good. Instead, the rebound put back. Also no good that time by Max Williams. It's controlled by Rich.
Lundgren right now sitting at 4 rebounds to go along with his 17 points.
A lot of congestion in the paint as
Milford blew up that block-to-block screen is what created that. That was nice.
Desch thought about a deep 3 there. Instead, he's going to take a wide-open layup on the cutter. Another 2 for Desch.
As they lift up, they take everybody from underneath, and that allowed that slip.
Just under 3.5 left here in the second quarter. Rich is playing their brand of basketball to a T right now. Here's Cheney, top of the key. He's going to give it off to Williams in the right wing. Now to Barnes. Gets it tipped by Hoffman. Back over Cheney. Ball just seems to not be sticking in the Tigers' hands right now as Barnes drives down low. And Williams has got it. Stripped. Shot clock going down. He just hucks up a shot. It doesn't go. Ball is tipped around, controlled by Rich. They're moving fast in transition once again. Tipped off by Williams and gathered by Sadler.
Lundgren digging down in Sadler and got about yep.
And he had to pick up his dribble. He's going to call a timeout. We'll take it with him. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by the Garcane Propane on TeamHive.live and KSLSports.com.
This is the moment. You're here where you belong, you belong, you belong.
Trust your smile to Cody Wilson. Located in Cedar City, Wilson Orthodontics creates a fun, efficient environment while perfecting your smile. Schedule an appointment today, 435-586-8980.
Welcome back to state championship basketball here at the Sevier Valley Center. Coming out of a Zions Bank timeout for Big Time Banking with a home team feels Zions Bank is for you. We were talking during the break that Milford coaches might not be seeing the scheme that the Rich Rebels are putting on the Tigers. Could you explain kind of what's going on that side of the court?
Rebels went into a flat one chaser, so you've got one guy on Sadler, and then you've got a guy on the nail that's on the top of the diamond, but then they flatten it out into a three, so it's a zone with a chaser is what they've been running. And you could see that they've been struggling to figure out an action against it. And that's still where they're at. It matches up, as you can see, it lifts there down the right side.
And Sadler Barnes will take a deep contested three, front iron, no good. Tipped back in by Colton. Cheney's got it. Really tough turnaround, Jay, no good. And now the Rebels have the rebound.
And that's what that defense is built to do, is it's just right there in Sadler's face and will make anything that he's going to do hard. He's such a good facilitator for the team. If he doesn't have the ball in his hands, it's harder for them to get shots.
Lundgren passes over to Muirbook by the free throw line. Oh, a spin move to his right. Somehow gets it out of there. Desch, he'll take a deep three, and he gets it to go. The net's on fire right now for the Rebels.
They are shooting it.
10 points for Desch now throughout the first half.
And there's that chaser up on Sadler.
It's Hoffman that's playing him close. Finds Cheney by the free throw line. Tigers cutting, now they'll space out.
So you can see the chaser face guards. You can see Hoffman's just over there on him. And then everybody else has to match up and move through.
Cheney will take a two by the free throw line. He gets that one to bank in.
And if you can get to where they have to draw two, it can mess it up without in transition.
Hoffman goes in transition, misses two layups, and now will be a foul going against the Tigers, so they'll get a third opportunity here on their own side of the court.
Showing that physical strength.
Yeah, Hoffman's first two rebounds of the game coming there, both on the offensive end. And if you're a coach, you love to see that kind of hustle off the miss.
He's working hard.
It's now a spaced out baseline inbound. Desch looking to pull it in. He finds Muirbook up by the three-point line. There's Lundgren. Now he's driving to the basket. There's Cornea wide open for three, and now he knocks it down. He tickles the twine.
When it gets rolling like that, all they did is got enough penetration down in where he could pop. He just picked and popped. Nice, good ball movement by the Rebels.
That's Jaden Cornea's first three as Rich knocks it away once again. Long heave to Jaden Desch, who goes right up, misses the layup, no good. Sosi gets the rebound. Tigers trying to respond here in their own fast break.
Sadler stopped a dunk right there. Nice job getting back.
And it looks like we're going to have a foul here on the floor. And we'll get a little inbounds play off the sideline.
That's going to be Lundgren's third steal, sparking that last fast break opportunity.
Hoffman picks up his first as he got a little over-aggressive and had that late whistle come up.
And it's his job to be close on Barnes. Only his first foul, though, as Colton Barnes comes in, cuts it to Max Williams. Colton finds Sosi. Sosi then will take a free throw jumper. It's no good. Controlled by Hoffman.
Too, he came in yesterday and changed the game for Milford right there. He had sealed his guy on the backside of that diamond to where he had a layup. They just got to be able to see when they lift the rest of that zone up.
Taniwa Tui is in for the Tigers, as Dustin mentioned. As shot clock is turned off, it looks like Rich will control as they try to get a last shot attempt in, leading 44-17.
Which can work out a 1-4 low with the last couple seconds here.
Lundgren, he'll take another three and gets it to go. Can you believe it? Right before the buzzer sounds, Ridge Lundgren having a legacy game with 6 threes in the first half. We'll have a lot to talk about coming up after the break for the SUU Halftime Report. This is State Championship Basketball, brought to you by the Windy Mesa Studio on TeamHive.live, KTT 8.1, and KSLSports.com.
Windy Mesa Studios and Paintings is your local source for personalized and custom printed products. From wholesale items for your gift shop to custom framed or gallery wrapped canvas pictures, we have you covered. Contact us at 435-618-0014. Mayor Scott Sabie, along with the town board and the elected officials of the city of Woodruff, want to wish the Rich Rebels good luck in sports, academics, and all they do in life. Good luck, Rebels.
Hello, everyone, and welcome out to the SUU Halftime Report. It's currently the number 1 overall seed, Rich Rebels, that lead the Milford Tigers 47-17. Dustin, I'll start with you. It seems like Rich was playing their brand of basketball, both sides of the ball right now. What stands out to you from that first half of action?
Rich went to the semifinals 11 times in a row in the early 2000s because that's how they played. They've been missing out of the state tournament a little bit the last few years. Coach Corney has worked really hard to get his guys back and playing physical defense, and then their transition is ridiculous. They taught us how to run a sideline break, and it's a really fun thing to watch when you stay disciplined in your lanes like they do. They keep the trailer engaged like they hit Muirbook for the layup, and then the easy part is getting that pass ahead and just running for the layup.
And
Fun stuff to watch.
Aiden, Rich Lundgren leads the Rebels with 19 points, 6 3-pointers. Talk about his performance that we've seen in the first 2 quarters.
Oh, he has been spectacular on offense, showing flashes of some of the greatest shooters the game has seen. Flashes of Steph Curry, James Harden. He's able to dribble around. And it doesn't matter if his shots are contested, they're going to fall. And like you were saying, Dustin, several state semifinals appearances for Rich. Their last state title, though, came in 2015 when they were coached by Ashley Bound. They beat Green River in that final 65-45.
Yeah, Rich looking to get back there once again. Let's go to the other side. Milford Tigers, they're led in scoring by Carson Chaney, who has 5, but the fact that he's the leading scorer cause for concern right now at halftime.
Well, Rich has done an excellent job by taking Sadler out of what Sadler does. Sadler is such a great facilitator. He's usually able to get Sosi the looks that get Sosi to be the scorer that he is. I mean, between the two of them, Sadler's the leading scorer, Sosi's the second. And without that combination being able to run, Sadler almost at 5 assists a game. When he doesn't have the ball in his hands, he can't give you the ball.
Obviously, they want to do a little bit of a revamp there in the locker room, try and get a new scheme going. What would you do if you're the Milford Tigers head coach?
Well, you're going to deal with the chase, and you can deal with it a couple different ways. One of the ways you can do is get it in his hands, and he's got to be able to handle it against that pressure, which has been hard on him on this one. So if he can handle it, get it up, and he drives, and he'll draw 2, and then you've got all sorts of openings against that flat diamond if they stay with it. They've also ran a man and a 2-3. If not, then you can get down, and you've got to get Sadler on its side with 2 and get it, and then they can play catch on top and slip something underneath it.
And then, Aiden, last question for you. If you're Rich, I mean, you're up 30 points, so you don't want to really want to ease, but it's in the man's natural tendency to kind of fall back a little bit. So what would you say if you were the coach of the Rich Rebels?
I'd say at least through the third quarter, we need to keep our foot on the gas pedal. Leave the starters in at least the first portion of that third quarter. Keep running up that score a little bit. See if Milford comes out with different looks and starts kind of clawing their way back into this one. But right now, down 30, Milford's going to need divine intervention if they're going to want to come back into this one.
Potential miracle on the way that will be needed. SUU, this is the SUU halftime report. SUU has over 150 undergraduate and bachelor programs. SUU ready to soar. Check them out at suu.edu. On the other side of the break, we'll have some second half action. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by Bryce Canyon Mule Days, Chrome in the Canyon Mule Sale on KSLSports.com.
Is it time to stop wishing for your dream home in beautiful Bear Lake? If you're ready to make your dream a reality, Bear Lake Realty can help with residential and land listings, including vacation properties, timeshares, cabins, condos, beachfront, lake view, and more. Bear Lake Realty has what you're looking for. And with more than 30 years of real estate experience in the area, you know you're working with the best. Visit BearLakeRealty.com and come and enjoy the Caribbean of the Rockies with us.
Milford Memorial Hospital provides excellent emergency, acute, and long-term care. Quality health care with small town TLC.
Ruby's Inn General Store has the area's widest selection of Indian arts and crafts, curios, and groceries. Located 1 mile from the entrance to Bryce Canyon National Park, Ruby's General Store has what you need. Bose Auto Parts in Beaver, Utah is a proud sponsor of the Milford Tigers boys and girls basketball teams. Bose Auto Parts is expanding their daily delivery route to communities along Highway 89 from Orderville to Marysville. Call Bose Auto Parts and place your order today, 435-438-2347.
Beaver County's elected officials want to wish the Milford Tigers success in their postseason tournaments. Come visit us in Beaver County, your recreational paradise and the world's headquarters for renewable energy.
Blackburn Propane is a family-owned company. We've been in business for 31 years. Full-service propane company servicing all of central and southern Utah and parts of Nevada and Arizona. We don't just service one, we service all. Brown Brothers Construction offers a wide variety of construction and excavation services. We offer standard and decorative colored concrete to south central Utah and northern Arizona. We are excited to announce our concrete pumping service to Kane County, Utah and Coconino County, Arizona. We look forward to our next pour with you. Brown Brothers' success is a direct result of our dedicated and talented employees. If you're looking for a fun and fulfilling employment opportunity, join our team today. Everyone at Brown Brothers Construction wishes all athletes the best of luck in the postseason.
Bryce Canyon City is your destination for adventure. Cruise the miles of scenic trails on e-bikes, ATVs, horses, mountain bikes, or on foot. Let us take your breath away with a stunning array of winter activities, the rodeo, shopping for memorable souvenirs, world-class stargazing, and of course, the majestic Bryce Canyon National Park. Make Bryce Canyon City your next stop for an unforgettable adventure. All the amenities the city can provide. Visit brycecanyoncityut.gov.
The Bryce Canyon Half Marathon course takes you through the iconic red rock that is abundant throughout Bryce Canyon country. Also enjoy the 5K or Color Me Fun run. Register today at BryceCanyonHalfMarathon.com. Race is scheduled for the second Saturday in July.
Fab Rats is an entertaining YouTube channel based in beautiful southern Utah. Paul, Michelle, and the crew showcase major and minor fabrication builds, off-road adventures, family fun, and much more. Check them out on YouTube and subscribe today. Are you looking for ways to protect your agricultural-related investments from lack of precipitation and market downturns? We are the Ag Experts. Our team specializes in PRF insurance, LRP insurance, and ranch insurance. Give Chad a call today to learn how you can protect your calf check from the market downturns and your livestock range from drought. Don't get caught at the bottom of the cycles. Choose the experts. Choose us, your agriculture insurance specialists. Call Chad Lyman with Tyler Jeffs & Associates at 435-633-5981.
Garcane Propane proudly sponsors Region 20 basketball. We are here to meet your propane needs. Call us 800-747-5403.
Love cheese? We do too. Come join our team with a generous benefit package and starting wages over $18 an hour. Are you ready to be an employee owner? Great Lakes Cheese and Fillmore is ready for you. Grow with the largest natural cheese packer in the nation. Full-time positions available for every shift. Apply online at GreatLakesCheese.com. Again, that's GreatLakesCheese.com. Wishing all athletes good luck in the tournaments and eat more cheese.
Back to state championship basketball here at the Sevier Valley Center. It's Nate Thatcher alongside Dustin Shakespeare and Aiden Mortensen. We see the Rich Rebels currently lead 47-17 against the Milford Tigers. And guys, as we go here into the second half, I wanted to point out when I talked with Coach Holmes pregame, 3 things that he said to me. As the Rich Rebels, we want to shoot the ball better, we're going to play our zone tonight, and we're going to rebound because it's our bread and butter. I can't think of anything better that they did. They completed all 3 of those, probably 100% in that first half.
You get these type of games going, and it is just so fun. Now, being in the state tournament, they've got momentum that they've got to keep track of. A lot of people misunderstand when a coach leaves his guys in. There's something he's looking forward to trying to accomplish, because this one's in place. I mean, I did call the game with Ogden and Judge where they came back down 23 and had a 1-point lead, but this one's locked down for the most part. So how do you get your guys to be in rhythm and then be able to start rotating your bench guys, you're giving breaks, and then you've got to keep that action going, because tomorrow is your semifinal game.
Yeah, we talked pregame, and you mentioned the depth that is the Rich bench. So say this lead holds, you get into the fourth. How does that benefit you moving forward in the tourney?
It allows you to be able to get in, get guys their breaks, and then towards, if you can get to that point to where you hit the mercy rule, which is at 35 in the fourth quarter, then you can just dump it and let your guys get a complete break and still play quite well.
So here come the Rebels on their opening possession. It's Hoffman with a wild two, is contested by Colton Barnes, no good. And now the Milford Tigers in transition find Sosi underneath the basket. Layup no good, but a good look that time by Sosi.
Love the adjustment out of half for the Tigers just to come ready to play. They did a great job defensively twice right there. And then they also attacked the glass in transition.
Sadler Barnes tipped it, stayed in bounds, and then there's Jaden Desch getting back to what he does best, adding on to his 10 points he had in the first half.
Caught the Tigers as they lifted on their own individual.
And there's Barnes in a transition, 3 no good. Sosi, the putback, also off right iron, so 2 misses there for the Tigers.
They're still working and trying to get the easy one.
Here's Muirbrook, lots of spin moves down there, stayed on his pivot foot for the most part until he doesn't. He traveled.
You know, it's like that song from the 80s, you spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, and that's exactly the motion Muirbrook was going for.
Yeah, it was going to be a tough shot anyways, just surrounded what seemed like 3 Tigers down low in the paint right underneath the basket.
They're still going to run that flat diamond defense, it looks like.
So there's Barnes, finds Sosi right wing.
They had an action that sealed the backside of it that came open. See if they can try to find that.
Sosi tried to get a deep 2. It's not going to go. There's Rich in transition. Hoffman, he'll take the easy 2, but it won't go down. Muirbrook gets the rebound. He's double-teamed. Pass out Lundgren. He's got 6 threes already. Can't make it 7. And now we've got a foul. It's going to go against...
Looks like Hoffman.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to go against Hoffman.
You know, made three-pointers are kind of like wives. Once you start getting up there, it's kind of harder to get the next one. You know, once you start climbing 4, 5, 6, once you get to 7, it's a little harder to drop that one.
Let's see if he can maybe do something that not a lot of players can do tonight, as Aiden pointed out. And there's that high coverage on Barnes. Going right wing, tries to get it back to Sosi. Wild pass, Barnes behind the back, somehow gets it over to Dotson. And then Barnes will take a wing 3. It looks like it was tipped a little bit, didn't catch anything.
Saw with Sadler right there being able to penetrate a little bit. And they watch Rich right there. They go to their teammate, pick him up. And that's a thing that you practice in practice. That's not a natural every day. As you teach your guys, go pick each other up. Point that out before we get back to when Sadler penetrated right there. That gave Colton space against that flat diamond. Something that Milford can look to try to replicate.
Kilo Sosi picks up his second foul after the miss. Here comes Rich. And Desch will fake a pass to Lundgren, give it down low. Instead, Lundgren will pump fake up top. Back out to Desch. Wing 3, no good. Rebound that time by Barnes. Man, he got up on that one.
Excellent job keeping Hoffman on his back.
Now here he comes. Cuts right, goes up the middle. Oh, and weaves up to the right side of the basket. That was a great move that time by Sadler Barnes.
Cheney set him a screen, and that dropped him right down through that flat diamond. And where it was so flat, very open, nice screen by Cheney.
And here's Lundgren again, gets quickly double-teamed. Now Desch, he'll move the same move, crossover, spin move. Down low, wide open Hoffman, high off the glass and in.
Everybody watching Desch. Nice job by Hoffman to slip out of the gutter up underneath there.
He was dancing on him down there before throwing the flashy pass down low for an easy 2.
And now here comes Barnes. Picks up his dribble, far wing. Finds Colton Barnes. He'll take a floater jumper. It won't go. Rebound goes up. Foul as the shot doesn't go for Taylor Dotson, but he'll go to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line for 2.
Milford been able to get the ball down into the paint the last couple times, and it's freeing him up a little bit here.
Legacy Ace Hardware at 159 North Main in Panguitch. They're the sponsor of these free throws, as the first one is up for Dotson, and it is good.
And it's hard to maintain your composure at the line, especially when you're down this big. But Cheney doing an excellent job at keeping his cool.
Second one.
Dotson missed that there.
Yeah, second off the back right there as Hoffman moves in transition, and he gets another easy 2. That's 4 straight for Carter Hoffman.
Ball moves up the floor very fast with 2 passes.
Seems as if Rich really knows how to space when they move on the offensive side in transition.
It's discipline in your lanes.
And there's Barnes. Nice pass down low to Sosi. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Perry.
Sosi did a good job putting him on his back. The defense slipping in front of it there.
Cross-court pass gets stolen. There's Barnes. Rich quickly gets back on defense. But here comes Colton Barnes. Wide open. Right side layup is good. And the foul. He'll get 3 points the old-fashioned way if he can convert this.
The bottom of that diamond is allowing penetration through, so if you can get through the top, so if Sadler gets through his chaser and the other guy, he's all right. But they've been breaking past at the top, and that's been getting Milford some different action. They've done a good job of adjusting and attacking from the top of the zone.
And the three-point try is good from the free throw, so that's a classic and one right there converted for Barnes. Or excuse me, yes, for Barnes. Now here comes Weston, picks up his dribble, finds Perry. Perry with his back to the basket now cuts right, puts up the shot, almost got it to go, but he'll be fouled. And now he'll go to the Legacy Ace Hardware free throw line.
Working out of the 2-on-2, they ran a little crossing action for fake handoffs, and then he just dropped down on his own trying to get that one. It's a little false action to get it going.
So Sosi in a little bit of foul trouble. He's got 3 right now in the third, as the first for Perry is not able to go down.
That's Perry's first attempt at the basket so far this game, and right now looking to just get on that scorecard with a made shot.
Kessler coming in the game for Cheney.
And the second one is up and rattles it in. So that puts Noah Perry on the board here in the third quarter.
And Smith is going to give Hoffman a break. Hoffman's had an excellent game.
So Kaysen Kessler, the junior, checks in here for the Tigers, as Dustin mentioned, as they move into their half court. Sosi's going to take point guard duties right here. Moving it around, there's Colton. Almost gets picked from behind by Weston. Beautiful baseline cut that time, but it's not able to go down from Dotson.
When they can get around Weston, they're able to get really good looks.
Here comes Desch. He controls. He's going right side. Stays up top by the logo. And they're just going to slow things down right here. Perry controls.
2-on-2 action again.
Taking himself. There's Cornea. Right wing 3. Now Perry takes it himself. Able to get around the defense, but then he gets pickpocketed.
Trying to get Perry some looks, and that took a little bit to reset, and they had it all jammed up.
And there's Barnes weaving past quite possibly every Rich Rebel to the basket, and then gets the foul on the good look.
With Hoffman coming out of the game, I didn't see if they changed their defense, but with 3 on the bottom, it didn't look like it, but the chaser definitely did not stay engaged. Sadler able to beat him.
Sadler Barnes there going hard in the paint like my hero, Waka Flocka Flame.
Sadler Barnes already beating his first half total. He's got 4 here in the third. No good from the free throw. But then they get their own rebound. And how about he just takes a 3. 3 is better than 1.
Well, he does a nice job spacing out off that miss. Recognizes his teammate had it. He moved without the ball out to be able to get that open shot.
54-28. Here's Desch. Lots of dribble crossover moves up top. Calls over his teammate there, Daniel Smith. Smith hands it to Cornea. Cornea's going to go around, drives baseline, and he's going to go into Sadler. Barnes is going to draw a foul.
A little bit of a brush screen that Sadler had to come underneath. As he came underneath that screen, he came straight at the ball handler, and that's where he ended up tagging him.
A lot of these Rich guards seem very shifty, especially as they go baseline.
Yeah, they handle it well, and they know how to get downhill at the hoop.
So Muirbrook will check in for Perry as he takes a break after getting his first point of the contest. So a little box baseline formation.
Yep.
And beautiful by Muirbrook, but he can't get the bucket to go.
He lifted up, set the screen, dropped right back down to the hoop, and he was wide open.
Barnes, he digs his shoulder down, finds his cousin down low for an easy 2.
Good teamwork.
A little showtime there. A nice little shovel pass while he's up in the air.
Barnes are combined for 12 points in the third as Daniel Smith comes in and gets his first points of the contest with an and 1.
Really nice finish with the reverse. As he came in, he could have gone into contact and finished just through the defender, but instead he uses that extra dribble to get himself around the hoop and create a lot of nice space. A great reverse finish.
So Ridge Lundgren will check back in as he hit 6 threes in that first half. Hasn't seen anything here in the second. Missed free throw opportunity. The ball is live still. Lundgren gets it, passes over. Weston wide open for three. Gets it to go.
Muirbrook, I think he hit his knee too hard on the floor. He's still moving, but he's a little ginger there. Yeah, he smashed his knee on the floor when he fell on that ball right there as he got another possession.
Barnes tries to take a deep three. It doesn't go. Teammate Sosi gets the rebound. Finds Colton for a deep two. That one doesn't go. Rebound once again. Dotson goes up. And then it looks like Muirbrook put his arms down and fouls him on the two-point attempt.
Yeah, he did not stay vertical. Colton Barnes came over the top of Dotson. Ended up having an extra Tiger on the floor.
And as fun as it is to get a block where you get to go in and just swat it into next year, if you do it in the wrong place, in the wrong time, make minimal contact at all, most of the time the ref is going to whistle you there. And referee kind of explaining that to Muirbrook right now on the block.
Do a good job of watching for verticality most of the time. Cheney going to give Sosi a break. And Desch is going to get a break.
Go ahead, Aiden.
Oh, much better job from Milford this quarter. No turnovers so far compared to 10 in the first half.
Second free throw able to go down for Dotson. That makes it a 1-for-2 trip. He's now 2 for 4 on the night. Here comes Rich Lundgren controlling. Hasn't scored, as I mentioned, in the second half yet. Hands off Weston. Picks up his dribble left wing. Gives it back to Lundgren. Crossover move. He's got Barnes on him. Weston, far wing. Gives it back. Lundgren over to Hoffman. And then a pass down low. Kicks back out to Smith for three. Bingo!
Inside out, get down into that drop zone. Everybody collapses on you. Kick it out to the offside, and he's going to be open.
And Rich has doubled the score of Milford, 62-31.
Still going to stay in this chaser. They don't want Sadler to get going.
And a steal caused by Rich. Here's Lundgren in transition. Cuts. Finds Smith again. Bobbles it. Back to Lundgren. Pump fake. Moves left. Weston.
That's where the lanes broke down.
He's got it. Wide open two doesn't go down. Muirbrook fights for the rebound, but it's going to be off of his hand. Go back to the Tigers.
And that transition right there, Rich not able to stay disciplined. You saw the transition that earlier we've seen finish very cleanly. They broke down in their discipline and the spacing, allowing Milford to do a good job and stop that ball coming at the hoop.
So Boston Sullivan will check in for the Tigers, as well as Max Williams, who comes in for Kason Kessler.
Yeah, right now, Drake Weston at 3, tied with Rich Lundgren for top thief for the Rich Rebels.
So they go into a 2-3 and able to steal that one from Sullivan.
Yeah, Sullivan comes in and immediately throws away a turnover. There's Smith, right wing. He's cutting baseline, gives it back out. Lundgren pivots, crossover move, gets a screen, goes left back out to Muirbrook, who bobbles. Now he's going to take a baseline. Great move under the basket, gets it up, and he'll be fouled.
Off the pick and pop, he gets the catch. Big, strong attack.
Looks like a steam engine heading down to baseline. He's a big guy.
Yeah, he is.
So Muirbrook at the line, trying to get his first points of the second half, and he does as it rattles in.
That brings Muirbrook up to 7 on the game.
Carson having a great game overall. Good defensive presence down in the paint right now for Rich as they get set up for their next contest tomorrow. Gets 2 for 2. And Talon Pace will check in, the junior, for Rich. So we will probably be seeing a lot of new faces here for both squads as we head down the stretch.
Yeah, it's spring cleaning on the Rich bench.
So here comes Colton. He's going to hand it off to Williams. Over to Cheney. Cross-court pass to Sullivan. Tries to get it over back to Max through the baseline, but that's a really tough pass, and it goes out of bounds.
Had an overload there against the 2-3 zone, but he called the rest.
And Rich will inbound here as looks like Dotson will check out for Milford.
No shot clock, so like last time, it looks like they'll drop into 1-4 low. They're going to bring Lundgren up. Last time he just dribbled the clock out and shot a 3, but they went into a crossing block-to-block action to lift up for that jumper.
Talon Pace comes in the game and hits his first 2 of the game. A nice little mid-range jumper. Now here comes Milford in transition. 3 seconds left. Cheney's got to get something up. He does, and it's off front iron, no good. So that'll do it here for the third quarter. It's Rich leading Milford 66-31. This is State Championship Basketball brought to you by the Great Lakes Cheese on thive.live and KSLSports.com.
It's time for championship basketball, and Lamb Excavating, located in Orderville, Utah, wishes all teams the best of luck in the postseason. Lamb Excavating can help you with all of your excavation needs, from gravel to chip seal and any other excavating. No job is too big or too small. Give Darwin and the boys a call, 435-648-2318. Now let's play some ball.
Mike's Food Town in Beaver, Utah believes in giving their customers a great variety of products, superior customer service at an affordable price. We appreciate our customers' loyalty and wish the Milford Tigers success in the postseason.
Welcome back to State Championship Basketball here at the Sevier Valley Center, where it is the Rich Rebels leading the Milford Tigers 66-31. Nate Thatcher alongside Dustin Shakespeare and Aiden Mortensen. Aiden, we were talking during the break, and the rebound margin is not as big as we thought it would be.
Yeah, right now, Rich only leading in that category 18-17, despite what is a very lopsided game. Rich up 35, but that's partially in part due to Rich just not missing, really limiting any chance for an offensive rebound if you just make it the first time.
So Milford starts out with the ball. It's Boston Sullivan, far wing. Hands it out, finds Barnes. Barnes will kick it to his cousin Barnes. Doesn't get it to go. Here's Sosi, gets the rebound off the miss. Sullivan. Closest wing, it's picked away by Lundgren. Can he get his first points in the second half? Behind the back in transition, spin move. And then he hands it back to Hoffman. He'll get it back behind the three-point line.
Yeah, and it's unselfish play there by Lundgren, thinking he could go for his first half of the points, but instead kicking out and letting his team get a much better offensive set.
So Rich is up 66-31. We're pretty close to the mercy rule right now, Dustin.
Yep, it's 35-point rule. Alternating timing rule is in effect for all levels. So the rule is the clock will run continuously for the remainder of the game, except for in the following: officials timeout, a charged team timeout, or free throws are taken. The differential below is 35 points. The clock still runs continuously until the game is over.
Lundgren almost hit a logo three as the shot clock was set to expire, but he can't get another look to go, and that will be an empty possession that time for Rich. I want to give another shout-out to Gary McKee and Bear Lake Realty. Gary and Zach McKee pioneered streaming games in 2008 here at the state tournament. As Milford gets the ball once again. Sullivan, closest wing, tries to get Sosi, who's cutting across through mid-range. Ball is tipped around, controlled by Max Williams, who gets a high pass over to Barnes. Here's Sadler.
Nice effort by Williams to go gather that ball back up.
Finds his cousin. Colton tries to get the and one, doesn't go down, but he'll go to the charity stripe for two.
Good ball reversal, swinging all the way down to that offside baseline for that drive for Colton.
So Talon Pace will be rewarded with his first foul of the game, as Colton Barnes can't get the first of his free throw attempts to go down. Now 1 for 2 on the game. So a good third quarter there for Milford in terms of scoring if you compare it with their first half totals. But it was only by 3 players, both of the Barnes boys and then Taylor Dotson.
They were able to get down underneath that top guy and got him a lot of good looks.
So Lundgren is pressured high by the Tigers, but he throws a deep pass over to Hoffman on baseline, cuts it inside, picks up his dribble, tries to throw up a tough shot, spin move, gets his own rebound, and one!
So when you jam, which is what Milford did, you pick up the ball, you have to scramble into your defense. You can't just match up on the guy you were assigned. You have to pick up who you're at, and then if you need to switch once the transition's over, you can make switches, but that didn't happen in that situation, which gives Hoffman that easy opportunity early, and then he had to go back at it with that offensive rebound. So understanding how to switch in and out of the scramble, catching up with Milford there.
So as Hoffman attempts the free throw and gets it to go, a lot of new faces now coming in for Rich.
Corney is going to step in for Hoffman right here.
Taylor Walker now checking in for the Rebels as well. And Sadler Barnes takes a deep three. It's no good. Muirbrooks got it down low.
Got to give Perry an assist there as he helped hand it over to him.
Now here's Desch still in the game. Over to Cornea. They find Walker.
Milford in a 1-2-2 now.
And just a lot of passing cross court. Taylor Walker for three. No good. Hits iron 3 times, but Muirbrook gets the putback.
Perry had sealed that for that look, and then he rolled in. Muirbrook doing a nice job being on the offside.
Here's Sadler Barnes. He's cutting down low, picks up his dribble. Fade away jumper, no good. And the ball is tipped around. Walker tries to get it behind the back. He gives it right to Kessler. And then Milford throws it away. Desch, Cornea, transition, reverse layup. Nothing.
Nice job by Colton Barnes getting back and making it hard on him.
There's Colton Barnes over to Sadler, and he catches some flying bodies, but then the ball goes out of bounds, but it will stay here with the Tigers.
Muirbrook moving very well right there. Sadler coming at him, looking to dish. Rich staying disciplined, got the help side off, so he could not dish. Really nice defensive effort.
So Carter Grohl will check in, as well as number 25, Carter Scott, for the Rebels. And here's Barnes, passes it to his cousin Sadler. Back to Colton, and that'll be a foul that time called against Carter Grohl, who just checked in.
Sending him to the floor.
Yeah, kind of making a move like a defensive line would make. Nice pull and rip move, trying to get to the ball, but unfortunately in basketball, not really kind of frowned upon, in fact.
And a whistle is blown. It looks like a timeout is going to be called by Milford. We'll take it with him. This is State Championship Basketball, brought to you by the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games on 1aball.com and KSLSports.com.
Unlock the potential of your land with Lutz Construction, specializing in excavation and landscape. We're your go-to contractor in Utah and Idaho. Whether it's laying a foundation, designing a rock wall, or snow removal, we've got you covered. Our skilled team ensures quality results for both residential and commercial projects. With Lutz Construction, your project isn't just another job, it's a blueprint for your dreams. Contact us today and let's start building your future. Check out our website at diglutzconstruction.com.
The Milford Medical Clinic would like to wish the Milford Tigers good luck in the 1A region and state basketball tournaments. Our providers and staff are here to help keep our community healthy and safe. We have clinics in Beaver, Milford, and Parowan. It's that time of year again where we're cheering on our hometown teams. The town of Randolph would like to wish the Rich Rebels good luck at the state tournament. Go Rebels!
Welcome back to State Championship Basketball here at the Sevier Valley Center. Nate Thatcher alongside Dustin Shakespeare and Aiden Mortensen. Milford Tigers still looking to get on the board here in the fourth quarter as we almost hit the halfway point of the fourth period.
Well, and that's where you see Coach Rose getting a timeout, continue teaching. He's a great coach, does a good job with the Tigers, and sets his guys up to how they want to move against this zone.
Now here's Sadler Barnes. Good right-hand dribble move. Gets a mid-range jumper but can't catch anything but the air. Dotson tried to save it in bounds, but stepped out on his way there. It'll go to Rich.
And then those Rich fans still relentless. Chance at air ball echoing throughout the Sevier Valley Center.
So here comes Carter Scott. Passes over to Walker. He'll get a screen from Perry. There's Grohl. And Scott will hand it back off to Perry. He controls. Slow movement here in the half court, of course, as Walker dribbles back. And a fake that time by Pace. Deep three up and no good that time from Grohl. And the ball will roll out off of the Tigers. It'll stay here with the Rebels.
Yeah, and like you said, Dustin, that running clock in effect right now. Despite the separation, players checking in and out of the game. Clock still continues to tick down.
So Boston.
Now it's all Milford subs except for Dotson still on the floor.
Yeah, so Sullivan comes in as well as Hunter Stewart. And the shot clock goes off. They weren't paying attention up top, and it'll be Tiger ball.
Well, that's the one place the shot clock pretty much consistently gets people is when the ball goes out of bounds in those situations, they don't recognize it didn't reset and goes off.
Seems to be one of the few games this weekend where we haven't had a shot clock malfunction. It seems that ever since it's been invented here in Utah high school sports, is that time Kessler gets a three to go. It just seems like it's been had a few problems or so every game.
We got Coach Rand James for the Richfield Wildcats down there helping run it.
Yeah, having someone familiar with the technology always helps.
Almost a backcourt violation as Scott's heels were on the half-court line. 71-34 is our score. Rebels lead. Here's Walker dribbling around, finds a cutting teammate there in Noah Perry, but he's denied down low by the Tigers.
Nice job trying to move the ball around, and good help side from the Tigers.
Yeah, that's another thing. Rich has been doing a very good job. They're playing a very disciplined brand of basketball. No one over 3 fouls for the Rebels.
So here comes Sullivan. Gives it over to Kessler. Kessler finds Stewart. Stewart will take a mid-range jumper off left iron, no good. Dotson controls on rebound. Long pass over to Sullivan for a deep 2 baseline. He sinks it.
It's a beautiful catch and shoot. Pass was on target. He was ready to go.
So for Milford, what's the point of playing in here right now, and what kind of momentum can they take moving forward as Sullivan steals?
Get better every possession as these young kids get on the floor. They can. It's still the game of basketball. They still get every possession to do their best and win each possession. You continue to grow your identity as this is a young Milford team. They're growing an identity of who they want to be and how they're going to move forward.
Yeah, looking at the Milford roster, only 2 seniors, Hunter Stewart and Taylor Dotson, the lone seniors for the Tigers.
And that's where you see Taylor stayed on the floor here, and Coach Rose is going to let him get a break as he let him get some extra minutes.
So Boston Sullivan, he gets the first to go as number 2 Xander DeWald will check in.
You basically are in a JV game now, and JV players like to play too.
And now Boston on his second, and he goes 2 for 2, so 4 points now for Boston.
Yeah, and like you said, everyone likes to play, and that's kind of what unites us all here as all these communities get together for just a grand festival of basketball, and just it's a great atmosphere here for the 1A state tournament.
Absolutely.
Walker drives, cuts, and he's fouled on his way there. Only the second foul against the Tigers. That'll go against Boston Sullivan. An hour under a minute to go, running clock here. Rebels looking to inbound baseline. Find Walker. And he shoots it, but he was behind the basket there. If there was no backboard, that could have had a chance to go in, but unfortunately that is required in the game of basketball now.
Yeah, a little Kobe Bryant fadeaway action. Great shot to pull off in horse in a game not as desired.
So actually, if you shoot from behind the backboard, it's out of bounds if it goes up over from the backside.
So definitely not a good look as we're now under 30 after the Tigers don't get a point, and shot clock's turned off. It looks like Rich just wants to waste some time, but Boston, he's still in it. He causes a foul. Now that's the third on the team.
Don't go in there taking that with the running clock. That's an interesting change right there as they were going to dribble out the clock. There they quickly get it inbounds.
And Walker will take it back, so then there's no chance for anything like what Boston just did. And that will do it as the buzzer sounds here at the Sevier Valley Center. It's the Rich Rebels moving on to Friday as they beat Milford 71-38. We've got a lot to talk about on the other end of this. For the Ruby's Inn postgame report, this is state championship basketball brought to you by Ruby's Inn on KSLSports.com.